The next speaker for this session is Ms. Soma Banerjee, Director, Data Brio Academy. Soma has more than 2 decades of experience in data science, analytics, market research, and product management. She has played key management roles supporting multiple geographies for global majors like the Nielsen Company, Genpact, and Talisma Corporation, and also in startups. She has been covered by Newsdaily Mint, Indian Express, and IT magazine Silicon India for her achievement as a woman entrepreneur in the field of data science.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I don't have any slides, so I'm going to maybe share a few of my observations and experience in the world of learning, which a lot of it Polome just now shared. And this small device is probably, bringing a lot of this disruption experience that we ourselves are experiencing in each of our daily life. But then if you look at, maybe go back a little bit on time, and if you have elders in your family, probably they never imagined that, the black telephone, which they had a long time back, could bring about such changes in terms of not only bringing us together closer, as well as create this kind of disruption that it is bringing not only in our daily chores, but also in the scope of learning. So when you look at, consider your, say, your father, or grandfather, maybe 20, 30, 40 years, our previous generation, when we look at learning or any even technology, we always have in technology, you have early adopters, we have late adopters. Early adopters typically, in the case of even WhatsApp, like you are how, there were people who started using a WhatsApp or a Telegram much earlier. And then there are people who, looked at others, that's a good mode of communication, so let us start using it. So that is how typically, technology spreads. And so that technology not only makes our life easier in terms of, driving a car, whether the human is driving or a driverless car, machine is driving, but it also has an effect on the learning, how one learns, depending on how well he's adopting technology, whether he's an early adopter or whether he's a late adopter. In our, my people who are my equivalent or, my generation, let me say, so we also see that in an organization, typically we have different kind of people, different kind of role, right? You have, people in an organization, you would need people who have very strong fundamentals when they're, working in any area, and especially so in, data science. So one hand, you look at people who are very strong in their fundamental concepts, learning and all. And by that, I mean, your statistical fundamentals or mathematical fundamentals, OR, and so on, what we understand, which traditionally were delivered by university curriculum or university programs. 6 years back when we started, 6, 7 years back when the summit started, there were hardly any course around data science. They were mostly around mathematics or statistics or management, and statistics was also taught as one of these subjects. But then now if you look at, if you're looking for a formal program, there are many universities which are now offering full-time courses at master's level, even at graduation level as well. So when an organization is looking at recruiting, so one is that if you're looking at fresh talent, then, you are looking at the people who are formally trained, formally qualified with an university degree. That is one source, one pool that the organization has. And then there are a lot of other employees who are already within the organization, and they also need to be skilled or, know the new technologies, the new applications, so that they can also contribute in the growth of the organization. Now, when you are actually we talked about millennials and all, so they have this, way of learning, which is again technology enabled. They are probably more comfortable using a device, whether it is a desktop or a laptop or a handheld device. And there are a lot of MOOCs. Poulomi also talked about that. We all subscribe to it, probably never finish it. And that is how, but the millennials or people who have started with technology, the new generation, they typically are comfortable with that. However, the people who are within the organization, who have been with the organization for 5, 7, 10 years or more, organization also needs to skill and improve their understanding so that they can contribute or work in different projects, different functions, different processes within the organization, interact with the clients, understand their requirement, and then contribute there. Now there, when you are looking at, so depending on whether the person is an early adopter or technology or is a late adopter of technology, there are different mode of delivery which comes in. Is it purely online that will address to them? Or is it purely offline that will address to them? Or it is a mix of the both. And that in that context, we have this hybrid, where you have the machine or you have the devices and online, which gives you scale, but you also bring in the interaction as much as possible through technology to make it interactive. But if it is not, then probably add the interaction so that the learners also get a way to interact with the instructor, right? Now, in all of this, in an area like data science, I mean, if we compare that with the traditional, area of, say, maybe a car. When we drive a car, I mean, somebody is developing or building that car. Who knows about the engine, how the engine works, how the, clutch and gear coordinate. But then as a user or as a driver, do I know everything of it? I don't, right? Somebody has developed, who has developed or who has made it, they know the intricacies. But as a driver, I don't know the intricacies really. And that is a level of abstraction which has been built, in the case of car or any other, things, even say a mobile phone, the telecom circuits and all, I'm a user. Do I know that? I don't. But the people who have developed it, designed it, they know the intricacies of how the circuit is, the protocol, communication protocol, and things like that. In the context of data science, since we are, talking about learning in data science and talent recruitment, I think that is probably where, given the newness, if I can use that word, is of the area or the space, probably that is something which is still to be developed. By that, what I mean is that, so if we again go back to the reference of the car, we have engineers. We had automobile engineers or a mechanical engineer who knows about the combustion engines or different engines. Then we had a set of people who are diploma holders, right? Or we had ITI certification people who didn't know the intricacies of how the engine works, but they could actually fix if your car breaks down on the road, right? So you have level of abstraction for people who need to know the fundamentals, people who do not need to know the fundamentals, yet they can work with the fundamentals because they are the ones who are using it. And you have developed, the level of abstraction as that discipline grew. Those standards or those frameworks actually came into being. And those were, so we have in our context of our country also, we know what the engineer will learn, we know what the polytechnic, the diploma holder will learn, and hence what he will do. We also know what the ITI certificate holder, what he will be working on, because he is not required to know the, how to design or, design an engine of a car. Similarly, in the context of, data science and AI, so there will always be the requirement of a group of people who will know the algorithm, who will know the fundamentals, who are strong in the fundamentals, and based on the business or the client or within the organization requirement, they would need to tweak the algorithm or modify the algorithm And if we can extend that, maybe writing packages in R or developing the libraries in Python. But will everybody be doing that? Not really, right? Because we have the other group of users who will be using these libraries or functions or the algorithms which have been there, which have been there for for the last 40, 60 years. AI is not new, we all know that. And then who will be actually applying that, using that, right? So we have, and that depends on the kind of role one, within the organization in a data science AI team, the kind of role that somebody will be looking for. So when we talk about learning, I think we need to look at, all these three dimensions in terms of, is that level of abstraction there or not? Right now, probably the different courses which are available from, universities, or even the, beyond universities, the open courses which are there, whether you look at Coursera or, there are so many other organizations who are doing it. They are giving you the skill or the knowledge, right? But then what about and a lot of people are talking about hybrid, learning, that, okay, if I can't keep the attention span of the learner, then I bring in the interactivity or bring in the physical, touch, or the human face of it, or human touch of it, so to make sure that somebody learns really well what he's supposed to be doing. But at the same time, are they learning practically? So while we are developing this level of abstraction for, from user perspective, user point of view, I mean user of technology or user of algorithm, are we really giving them that scope of practical learning? And by practical learning, I mean not only the algorithm or the example of how an algorithm is applied, but also maybe, giving them adequate exposure in terms of, learning through projects. And through the pillar of, Datathon, which is there as part of DSF, Data Science Foundation, even at Data Brio Academy, we are actually, using that to provide that practical learning through projects. Because when you are learning an algorithm, you learn where to apply it, how to apply it. But only when you do, you dirty your hands, by working on a as real project as possible, while you are learning, you make the mistakes. And from those mistakes, you learn. You learn how critical or important it is to handle incomplete data. Because in practical, when you are working on a project, that is the reality. The data cleaning. Everybody wants to develop a model, but then before that, there are so many stages that one needs to go through. So the realistic, that expectation that, when somebody lands in a job, we believe that, these working through practical project-based learning can actually prepare you for what to expect when somebody lands in a job. And also for the organization, also it gives an opportunity to test the learner, to check his or her approach, as well as aptitude to a large extent. And through Data Science Foundation's platform on Datathon, we are actually trying to develop that at Data Brio Academy. Also, we have we are using that, and we also hope that that will be one of the ways that learners will also find that hybrid mode of learning what actually goes in the real world, when somebody is actually getting into a job, and a job in the area of data science and artificial intelligence. Thank you so much for your time. I think it's time for tea break.
I'd like to call upon Dr. Meena Flores to hand over the felicitation to Ms. Soma Banerjee.